Merry Christmas from the Goods.
This is our 45th Christmas together.
Wow. Oh, by the way, happy anniversary in case I forget.
You have 6 months to remember.
This year, our Mustang journey began in Keystone at the farm, and we traveled to Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, which is where the Goods used to vacation.
But first, we stopped in Cedar Falls at UNI, where our relationship began in 1973.
Okay, Brenda, here we are. We've made it to northern Iowa where we start our journey for 2018 trip on the Mustang.
Right.
And so
We're back to where it all started.
to where it all started. So this is behind us is Bender Hall, and to just 100 yards away, a short gap wedge,
Yeah.
there's Campbell Hall, which is where you live.
I lived there, you lived in Bender.
And we were in the north side of the campus. And so this is where we started dating, right here. In
Right here.
This hall,
Yes.
third floor, Bender.
I was on the second floor, Campbell.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have a picture of my window. That's really special, 'cause I'm sure they've enshrined it by now.
I doubt it, but
We're gonna be taking a little tour of northern Iowa and taking some video of the biology center, and we're gonna meet our new student for this year.
right. New biology research student.
And we got a whole bunch of students coming. They're gonna be coming down here because they're taking
Freshman orientation today.
which I did in 1971.
Yes.
So here we are. Happy Merry Christmas.
2018.
2018
This is our start of our Christmas video, even though it is June.
from Northern Iowa. Okay, Brenda,
Oh boy.
here we are.
Yeah, Meredith Wilson Music Man Bridge.
So what's the big deal about that?
The Music Man.
Music Man. So there's a guy with a trumpet here in
76
Mason's.
trombones.
76 trombones. He hits the parade.
Yes.
And so this is Mason City, Iowa, and this is where we were married. So from the Meredith Wilson famous place here in Mason City, as famous places go, have Merry Christmas. And?
Happy New Year. Okay.
Okay, Brenda, here we are. You know where we are?
Detroit Lakes, Minnesota.
Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. More important than that,
I know.
we're at the Detroit Lakes Country Club. And why is that important?
Because you played 18 holes of golf today.
I did. I played 18 holes of golf today.
And your dad used to play here.
That's right. So this is where we used to vacation when I was very young and even into my early teenage years. So we came back to re-examine this. But where did we come before we came here? Mason City.
Yes.
Yes, and what happened? So what's important about Mason City?
Well, Peter and Babs are both buried there.
So we went to burial sites in two separate cemeteries.
Right. Looked around town.
And we found your home.
Found my old home. Yes.
Yeah, it looked a lot different. Trees got
Trees
bigger, and the
bigger.
house got smaller.
Right.
Yeah, and the street got narrower, and the yard wasn't as big.
Right.
Things kind of
Things
changed.
changed.
Things changed.
Mall of America, yes.
So what'd you think of the mall?
That was really nice.
Yeah. So that
Anything you'd want, you can get there,
was. Yeah. And
including a roller coaster ride.
and so how much did we buy?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yes.
He's all excited about that one.
Right. And then we went to Minnehaha Falls,
Minnehaha Falls.
and that was great.
Nice park.
Very nice park. I highly recommend it. And then we went to the University of Minnesota's Landscape Arboretum and spent several hours there.
Walking around, yes.
So that was cool
Got
too.
to go to their hosta garden, which was really neat.
But the most important thing is we're here in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota,
At the golf course.
at Detroit Lakes Country Club, the home of the Pine to Palm Golf Tournament, which someday when I get really old, I'll play because they have a super senior.
Super senior.
And I figure everybody else will be gone by then and maybe I'll have a chance.
Chance, yeah. There you go.
All right. So Merry Christmas from Detroit Lakes.
Okay.
Well, here we are, Brenda, at the headwaters of the Mississippi.
Yes.
And it's really cool up here. It's really
It's
a neat
very
place.
nice up here.
So the Mississippi River, I could not only hit my wedge across, I could hit my putter across.
We can walk across it. In fact,
Yeah,
we did walk across
We did
it.
across it. So here we are, Merry Christmas from the Mississippi headwaters in Itasca, Minnesota. Okay, Brenda, we have made it. We've passed the Blue Whale. Got my blue hat on. And we've been now at the Blue Ox in Bemidji, Minnesota. And Paul Bunyan stands behind his Blue Ox right there. So We've gone from the Blue Whale on Route 66 to the Blue Ox here on Route 71, right next to the Lake Bemidji.
Right.
Right. So you know how I remember this?
No.
My kindergarten teacher sent me a postcard of this.
Your
Actually, it'd be
postcard from-
60 years ago. Merry Christmas,
From Bemidji,
Bemidji, Minnesota.
From Bemidji, we traveled to northern Minnesota and on to Duluth.
In the rainstorms, we saw Split Rock Lighthouse and Gooseberry Falls before heading for home.
In addition to the Mustang trip, we traveled from Washington State to Florida to Texas to Georgia. Brenda was able to grandmother sit with all 9 grandchildren this past year. What valuable time that has been, as she is an awesome grandma. She also totally remodeled the house. What a mess that has been.
It has been a mess. Bob has continued as the Vice President and Chief Medical Officer at Health Alliance and Carl Systems. He has done multiple national presentations this past year and has continued his curriculum work at the Carle, Illinois College of Medicine. This past year, he was honored as a recipient of the Master Fellow at the ACOI.
And I was the trophy winner, the winner of the 2018A mission trip to Florida.
What happened to 2018B?
Tom Akers won.
Okay. But the biggest blessing has been our family. Jessica and Randy are now mini ranchers with all of 6 acres and a new home in Belton. Jesse has been running the Move and Home Organization program.
Randy is a sports medicine specialist with Baylor Scott and White. Josiah is 12 and now in junior high. In addition to athletics, he is trying to master the clarinet just as well as his Aunt Leslie did.
Right. And Lainey is 10 and in 5th grade. She recently won a Duke Scholar Program for mathematics.
Hannah is 9 and in 3rd grade, and soccer and art are her thing.
And Becca is 6 and in 1st grade and started soccer, and she is a major personality.
She certainly is. Leslie and Josh live in Westmont and have continued to upgrade their home. Leslie is now a senior project manager with her firm, and Josh is doing well as a national sales manager.
Lexi is 8 years old and in 2nd grade, and she loves gymnastics and takes swimming lessons. Julia is 5 years old and in kindergarten and is also taking swimming lessons, but basically helps her mom do puzzles.
Kara and Chris live in Charleston, about a mile away. We're happy about that. Kara has found that mothering twins and keeping up with a 1st grader is a major challenge. She continues her work at Carle as a nurse practitioner. Chris has developed a very nice dental practice.
Ava is 6 years old and in 1st grade, and she is a big helper to me, as well as a big sister to the twins. Blake and Bryce are 3 and are like a couple of bear cubs.
So far, they've survived each other. That's the 2018 story for the 17 of us. We want to wish you and your family a wonderful Christmas season. And may you be blessed with good health and the joy of Christ's birth in 2019. Smooches.